how did the companions write down the Quran? Now write down the 114 chapters of the Quran in the right order as we know today.
Okay, this is an excellent question. How did the companions wrote the Quran wrote the chapters of the Quran in the order that we have today? When the Prophet ﷺ died on that year, the angel Jibreel came and revised the entire Quran with him twice. Okay? So in that revision, Jibreel, the angel Jibreel, taught Muhammad ﷺ the order of the chapters. Yes? And Zayd ibn Thabit, he witnessed that. So he also knew the order that the Prophet ﷺ learned from Jibreel, and also the Prophet ﷺ taught it to other companions. And when Abu Bakr as-Siddiq collected the entire Quran, he collected the entire Quran through according to that order as well. When Uthman ibn Affan radiallahu anhu compiled the 4 or the 5 standard copies of the Quran, they followed the collection of Abu Bakr as-Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala anhu, which was according to the last revision, which is according to the order that we have now, yes, which was also memorized by many of the companions. This confirms that the order that we have is the order that was revealed to Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam.
How do we know that some parts of the Quran was not lost in a certain battle that I don't remember the name, that is mentioned in one of the hadiths about the collection of the Quran, and Zayd ibn Thabit only found some verses with 1 or 2 companions?
Yeah, okay. Some websites, or the question again, how do we make sure that nothing from the Quran was lost? Yeah, nothing from the Quran was lost. And the question refers to the story of Zayd ibn Thabit when he was writing the Quran, and he was checking with the companions who brought the written Quran, and he was asking them to bring 2 witnesses that this script was written during the time of the Prophet ﷺ. And there was a verse of Surah Al-Ahzab, one verse of Surah Al-Ahzab, that he said that, and this is in Sahih al-Bukhari, that he found it with Khuzaymah ibn Thabit al-Ansari, and he asked Khuzaymah ibn Thabit to bring 2 witnesses, and Khuzaymah ibn Thabit, he said, listen, the Prophet ﷺ considered my testimony equals to 2 testimonies when I testified that the Prophet ﷺ is an authentic prophet. The story is well known anyway. So Zayd ibn Thabit accepted this man, Khuzaymah ibn Thabit, to stand as 2 witnesses, and he accepted that verse. Okay, this is one isolated incident in order to prove that there was a deep process behind the collection and the compilation of the Quran. That verse in the narration itself, Zayd ibn Thabit said, and Khuzaymah ibn Thabit, he brought the written, which I knew from before. So Zayd ibn Thabit, he knew the verse from before. Okay? He knew the verse from before. This is one thing. And Khuzaymah ibn Thabit, he knew the verse orally, but he was bringing what? He was bringing the written verse. Okay? So there is no discussion about that. Moreover, once Zayd ibn Thabit approved that, he presented the Quran to Uthman and to Muawiyah and to the other companions who used to memorize the Quran, and none of them has questioned the authenticity of that verse. This is one thing. The other thing, my dear respected brothers and sisters, if anyone claims that part of the Quran is missing, we say to the person, okay, go ahead and bring it to us. Bring it. But to claim that it was missing, and then you don't bring it, then this is what's a baseless claim. If you say that it might be missing, something might have been missed, by the companions, then the answer is simple. If it was missed by the companions, then we will not be questioned about it. Yes? So if it was missed by the best of generation, the companions, why are we bothered about it? Yeah? Is it clear? Is it clear, brothers? And the other thing, if the entire ummah for 1400 years, they lived with that Quran and they were happy with it, and then someone claims that something is missing, then we say that the entire ummah were misguided and they were not aware that there is something missing. Moreover, my dear respected brothers and sisters, don't forget that Allah is there. Allah is the one who sent the Quran, and He said, "Inna nahnu nazzalna dhikra wa inna lahu lahafidhun." We are those who revealed or who sent the Quran, and it is upon us to guard it. So if Allah sees that there is a distortion, Allah Jalla wa Ala would have corrected that immediately. So why do we believe that Allah was watching us, or is watching us, was watching the companions, and Allah was aware of something missing by the companions, and Allah doesn't say anything about it? It is impossible. Yeah? And finally, I would like to narrate this story to you. This story was mentioned by Al-Qurtubi in his tafsir, when Allah Jalla wa Ala says, "Inna nahnu nazzalna dhikra wa inna lahu lahafidhun." He said, a person, he was a Jew, okay, from Bani Israel, and he used to live in the Muslim, in the Abbasi Caliphate, during the time of Al-Ma'mun. And he used to attend his meetings. So Al-Ma'mun, the Caliphate, one time, he saw this person. He told him, "You were a Jew and you became Muslim, or you were Jewish in terms of religion, and you became Muslim?" He said, "Yes." He said, "Can you tell me, how did you become Muslim?" Then that person said, "Ya Amir al-Mu'mineen, I am a very good writer. I have a very beautiful handwriting. What did I do? I said, let me examine this book. Muslims claim that this book is guarded by Allah, is protected by Allah. No one can alter it, no one can change it. So what did I do? I took a copy of the Quran and I started to change a few things in that copy. And I took it and I want to sell it in the book market." So the first bookkeeper, or the first shopkeeper, he took it and he found those mistakes and he said, "This is not Quran," and he rejected it. So I took it and I gave it to the other shopkeeper, and he looked at it and he said, "No, this is not Quran. It is impossible for this to be Quran." He left it, he rejected it. I took it to the third person, same thing happened. Then I realized that it is Allah is the one who is protecting this Quran from any alteration, any kind of alteration. And then when I realized this, I accepted Islam.